Hi guys, Umut here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do something different, an acrylic painting, a little one, with some flowers to brighten our days in these winter days. I have an exciting package here to share with you first. This is a heavy body acrylic set from Arteza, and it has 60 gorgeous colors. They kindly sent it to me to try. And as always, I'm going to give my honest opinion while using it in our project. I wanted to show you the pack as well. I didn't open it yet. It has 60 gorgeous colors, and you can see the colors here. It has little tubes, so I'm going to open. It has a really nice packaging, so you lift it like this, and you can see all the paints here in little plates in their color families. So we have the yellows and white here. We have the blues, really beautiful. We have some Naples yellows, oxide yellow, gold, Indian yellow, all these colors. Some yellow tones mixed with other colors, and we have the greens here. These are classic colors that you would see on a Pantone. So I don't know, Viridian green, Prussian green, deep green, well-known colors, not named by a designer, or it's a mixture of colors that are unique. These are reds, orange red, scarlet red, vermilion red, all these. Other set of greens, yellow green, mid green, all these. Then we have crimson red, like darker reds, more pinkish, magenta. On this side we have ambers, like browns, raw amber, burnt amber, burnt sienna, this type of colors. This side we have the nice pinks and purples, and finally we have the grays and blacks. So I'm going to put all of them back, select some colors and start the project right away. So for today I selected some tones of blues, purples, pinks, and one white I took with me. Before I start, I want to tell you I have the Arteza kindly offered a discount code for my followers. So you'll see the links down below at the description area. If you click and buy on them, use the code. You'll see the code on the screen anyway. You will receive a discount code like this. So don't miss the offer. I tried these paints before. There were others in pouches like this, bigger sizes, and I thought it's really good quality with high pigment. I will also put the link down below in the description area for that video if you want to check out my review. If you are looking for some acrylic paints, this is a good opportunity. So from here I'll just do my painting and do a voiceover. I'm just starting with spraying some water on the canvas, but little, just to be able to move the paint easier. I put some purple as a start and some lavender. I'm just covering some bases, put the first layer, and I'm going as I want to build the background. I'm using a flat brush, a little bit big, to cover the areas easier. And I'm using a canvas which is 20 by 20 centimeters. I'm not sure the measurement in inches, but you can look it up. I just used the sky blue as well, and a little bit white. And as you see, as I go, I'm just building it up. I want the background to be diagonal, so I'm just using my brush according to that. These are heavy body and pigmented really well, so you just need a little bit. And most of the time actually I was putting even too much. At this point I will dry it and I will do another layer on top. I want my background to go from dark to light from one corner to the other corner. So I'm using dark violet and dark blue at the left corner and going to whites and light blues at the right corner, and using some lavender as well to brighten it up. Acrylic paint is very forgiving because it dries very fast and allows you to layer. So if you don't like something, you can always paint over, or if you act fast, you can just remove it before it dries. But don't forget, it dries fast. If you are following my channel, you already know I'm really fascinated by acrylic paints. That's my favorite medium. And actually I started doing some paintings on canvas lately. And maybe you will see them more here. Let me know if you like this and want to see more. And I'm using this plastic plate as my palette this time. It's very easy. I really don't want to clean anything after I paint. So this is very easy for me. I'm just going to put the same paint that I used on the background to create my flowers now. And this is a brush, and I will show you hopefully to do a flower painting very easily, just using your brush to create the flowers. This brush I'm using is a synthetic brush, very cheap, and it is called filbert tip. So if you look for it, you can write filbert tip brush. There are ones that are natural, hog hair, goat hair. You really don't need it for acrylic paint. The best is synthetic and the cheapest, which is great. And as you see, I'm just using my brush in a direction, just using it, touching it to the canvas in a way that will create a flower with 4 petals. And when you layer it over and over, it creates a really nice view of a flower garden with a lot of flowers on top of each other. As you see on my palette, I have my colors, and I just dip my brush in a couple of them or even 3 of them to create these flowers with multiple colors. And I am not even bothering to blend them. I want them to be like this, which gives a 3-dimensional look. And it looks really nice. As you see, I just did the same thing over and over again on top of each other. I am using another color of blue, and actually this turned out to be a metallic color, which I didn't know it was in the pack, but good surprise. And I'm going to mix it with white like I did for the others, and I'm just doing a simple move of the brush to create another type of flower. I'm just really making it up, but eventually it looks good. This is a simple painting eventually. This brush is called a round tip brush, and it's from Dina Wakley, if I'm not wrong. It's really sturdy to allow me to create these movements. It's not so soft, which is important. So I just create these flowers from my mind. And I'm using the same sky blue to create another type of flower. Again, I just used a thinner round brush to go and create this flower design. I looked at Pinterest to see some flowers and shapes, so I have an idea in my mind on what they look like. But really, do whatever you want, it's fun. Mix a couple of colors, do some petals, and I don't know, different flowers in your imagination. It's really not difficult. You can use these paintings as decoration in your houses, gift them to your friends, family. You can even make 2-3 of them next to each other with same colors but different designs, which looks really nice, like a series of paintings on the wall. So I'm just using the same designs and spreading it across the canvas. That's all I am doing to have some color balance. And also the flower balance. I want the flowers to be concentrated on this corner of the canvas. I'm not going to create flowers all over the place. Now we switch to another brush. This is a fan brush. Again, all of them are cheap. I'm just dipping it into my pink paint and pressing it on my canvas, and I will use a small version of it to dip into a lighter pink and do the same thing inside the thing that I created before. And there is my flower. I'm using purple to create the stems, and it's already doing little leaves here and there as I wish. And this pink brightened it up a little bit. Now that I have these pink, I want to create little pink bunches here and there as well, so that there is again balance and also a little bit brightness. So I'm doing again these 4 petal little flowers with a smaller round brush. I hope you get inspired by it and create your own flower paintings on a canvas. With little practice, I'm sure you can create your own. Now I'm making little dots, just touching the canvas here and there, just to create some color balance and also for them to look like little flowers. And I decided to do a little bit dark pink as well inside these big flowers. As I see, I'm going to create little these blue ones as well here and there, just to fill up this part of the canvas and again to have all the balance. And I decided to make the centers of these petals I did before with a little bit pink as well. Finally, I'm doing my splashes with a little brush on the other side of the canvas to have this pink balance. And I think I'll call it done this time. I don't want to do something really complicated. I hope you enjoyed it and got inspired by it. And these paints I really like. And as a final step, I want to also show you how to varnish your paintings, because varnish shows the painting really rich, deep colors. It makes a difference. This is a matte varnish, and I'm using a sponge to cover my painting. Make sure it's totally dry. Wait some hours, don't leave it to chance, because you'll ruin your painting. And not to have brush strokes, I use this sponge. I am generous with my varnish, and here before it dries, when it dries it will look really nice and shiny, so it will look like you bought it. I hope you liked it, and don't forget to use the discount code on the paints if you want to buy them. Thanks for watching and see you next time.